Hey, what's up? For my singles, I decided to come back on and do a nightly extended reading for you guys. There was a regular one, a bonus today, and then I decided to come back on because I felt like I should channel a message for somebody who needs it. So the title is For Somebody Who Needs It, obviously. We're going to shuffle the tea leaf deck. I leave this with you before we do a pick a pile tomorrow on a new love. We will start tomorrow with new love. We're going to begin with brand new energy. Hopefully the Six of Cups disappears tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. I love that card. My comments on the Six of Cups is that just so that you don't dwell in the Six of Cups too long, it's an interesting, very nostalgic, beautiful card. I feel like you can even meditate in the Six of Cups sometimes. So a message for whoever hears it. Can we get the bottom energy as what might be going on in the overall sense? Let's look at the new year too. That's something good to focus on, is the new year. Welcome back to the channel. It's Libra Light LLR, and welcome back Suzechana. Welcome here for your very entertaining purposes. Alrighty, and we're gonna see the bottom of the deck. Right, Shmeow. Okay, grapes, a fruit, a fruitage. Alrighty, so Libras, for the message and whoever needs it, because we gotta get serious here. We have grapes, and I'm gonna go in order. Time to go out and have fun. Heck yeah, it is. I'm just kidding. We have a time for fruitful abundance. There's a card in the Romance Angels, if you guys remember the entirely pink and gold deck that we use on this channel. There's a card where there's a female energy, like a divine feminine, and she's holding it up. I'll retrieve the card tomorrow because it's not here. This is reminding me of that card, and it is about living in your single abundance. You might need a reminder of how awesome you are, of how much you reflect beauty, your own authenticity, whether you're quiet, loud, or just amazing. But you have the grapes card here. So let's talk about grapes and spirituality. It's a period of abundance. It's almost like giving me Nine of Pentacles, Empress vibe. It is a time of abundance for you. So the new year's coming in with fruits. Fruits have great biblical meaning and spiritual meaning. I think it's saying that you have an abundance like right around the corner. Invest in your fun. Invest in letting it happen. And this can also be like an active Three of Cups you're planning. I think some of you, instead of taking a spontaneous approach to life and being in that Libra spontaneous energy, you've decided to plan a few things, which could be trips, which could be work fun, could be getting together with coworkers, having fun discussions, or maybe it involves cups, discussions, excuse me, and you have quill. This is the next one. We have a quill here for you tonight. Beautiful Libra. I feel like, you know what, I'm picking up that I'm talking to someone like in their early 30s. Maybe I'm picking up on a Libra who's just had kind of been SOL in love. And I'm just sharpening it here so you could see the beautiful artwork. We have get back to the basics. Get back to what makes you happy. If it's working out long periods at the gym, taking a hike or two. If it's grocery shopping that makes you happy, like just the simple things. Or if it's just something that you love to do as a child, go back to those basic roots of yourself. Okay, I think you'll find something very magical there as it brings out more of your spirit. You could be even feeling your old self again during this time. Quill is even like writing things down for me as a Libra sun to share with you. So maybe something here about writing your feelings, seeing it out in an open space. Maybe some of you need to make a vision board as a suggestion. I'm not telling you to do it. It's just a suggestion in this open-ended reading. We got tree as the third one. Tree is associated to the knowledge that we collect, right? It's interesting when you read a book, you find out so many different facets to a subject, of which might have intrigued you, which might have brought you into the subject in the first place. For example, the other day, I was reading about the sakura trees in Japan, which are, they birth these cherry blossoms, beautiful cherry blossoms. I do want to say like it's something like that. The connect and the channel I'm getting is for you to broaden your knowledge on a specific thing. If it's learning how to build something here, or if you're a Libra who's ultra creative and you have no boundaries to your creativity. I feel like it's just more knowledge. Spill it all in. Fill up your cup, okay? If it's empty or if it has been in the last season, what fills your cup generally? What's the type of knowledge that makes your tail come between your legs? And I'm just kidding. Okay, that's going too far. But what makes you happy? And I think that there's trails of this. There's also like a trail of spirituality where you've gone on this very long awakening from the grapes to the quill to the tree. And it's also about documentation. I see somebody here like documenting this long road. You could be a vlogger. You could vlog your beautiful trip of what you've seen on this spiritual journey, sharing with others that are in this same collective. Talk to each other. I encourage you guys to use Libra Light as a space where you can communicate even your relationship advices to each other. That's why this is here. That's why it was built in the first place, okay? So use that communication and connect with other people too. We have cat. I saw a cat this evening when the kids were bed. We were baking. We were making cupcake cookies, and we saw a cat that gave birth a few weeks ago in my backyard. And I saw a solo cat. So I will tell you a personal story, but let's read it first. This is a animal of independence. They do not care whether a dog is about to snip at them. They're very much about discovering, right? They climb things, they get into things, they even get into your socks and yarn. It says a two-faced friend is around. Now, I do think that there's a thing in Libra readings that I pick up even as a viewer myself. I just watch a handful of readers, Minnow Pond being one that you guys know, and White Feather Tarot. There's an essence of people from the past who are quite envious of your position single. So I think there's there's obviously past energy surrounding you that is curious or envious of your situation. I do think there might even be a two-faced friend who's jealous of the way you've risen up the ranks. Maybe even hear like you're a chosen one, right? And someone is jealous of even the way that you do things. So I pick that up in the cat card, and maybe even jealous of your independence. Maybe the fact that you are single, okay? It could be an immediate family member who's also jealous of like your freedom as well. And there are people like that. So I just want to say that here. Dragon is the next one. Beware of self-delusion, okay? The things that involve this card, also it's a Chinese zodiac symbol, the dragon. We have an essence to ourselves where we might tell ourselves one narrative in the spiritual journey when really it's about to expose another part of it. And so the self-delusions that you're not pretty, that you're not tall enough, that you're not good enough, they don't exist. It's kind of an Eight of Swords imprisonment. So disillusion yourself out of that. Take the negative thinking away. I also think it could be talking about physical people in your life, but Libras do very well with escaping away from that, with not letting the negative energy in. If that means cleansing for you, or if that means cleaning your space out or doing some home cleaning, I think this card is saying that there's actually an inner dragon within you to discover. There's parts of your personality that will even surprise you, okay? And I'm going to keep going with three more. I'm going to get the next three, and we're going to close out this special message. I felt like leaving you with one more thing, because I didn't think the two videos were very complete. We have forest, muddled, unclear thinking. You could have unclear thinking going ahead. You know, I know uncertain times, believe me, Libras, I know uncertain times can bring a type of undecidedness, especially in our sign. We're kind of notorious for not deciding right away. I think this forest is it's a beautiful tea leaf, because it reminds you that that childlike spirit within you, the inner child that calls to you every now and then, is able to actually go to clear thinking once they're grounded. This is a grounding card overall. It's touching on earth if you look at that forest. And let me see if it sharpens just a tad bit better. It's actually a reminder to go ground your spirit, okay? Whether that's having a picnic. I used to have solo picnics by myself as an early single. And if you guys know my story, I was with somebody for 8 years. I was very trapped in the fact that I had a high hope for marriage. I had a hope that it would become something else. And tonight, if you watch this with any sort of feeling to heal or improve, I think it's about going to find your grounding spot and your sacred ritual spot, okay? Because there you can develop clear thinking and no one can interrupt you, an uninterrupted space. So with Cain, and we're just moving forward to see here what you have briefly. We will look at some tarot, but I wanted to leave this short, sweet, and complete before your pop-up tomorrow, which is usually like the fun day on this channel. Pay attention to your health. There is something here about overall health. Check yourself up this year. If you have very good Medicare, or if you have very good services here that you could use through your work or something like that, and offering through your work. And maybe you just have Medi-Cal services, something like that, or you have a place where you could go get checked up. I would say look towards your overall health, get a checkup, get an annual, see if you're doing fine, okay? In 2019, just as per example, Libra to Libra, I went for a gut checkup. I wasn't feeling good for a couple of weeks. I kept feeling this exhaustion and this fatigue, and it turned out it was ulcerative colitis. So if I hadn't done that and taken steps to go ahead and make those moves for my health, I would have never known I was living with a GI problem. And there were certain foods that I were eating that were contributing to that. So I've gotten it down to like a really healthy place now, turning partially vegan. So I wanted to share with you some adjustments that you might see on your journey too. It might turn you on to being wholly, adjusted to whole foods and things like that. There is something about health. So if you could get that done this year at some point, that would be great. Maybe even here, it's a sign of just exercising more, putting your health as a top priority. And it's just a suggestion. We make these readings so that we can interactively speak with one another. It's been a long day. And I wanted to make this for a specific person who just needs to hear something comforting, so some of these videos might not always be a tarot story. It's just something that you need to hear. My favorite cards so far are grapes, tree, and quill, like the first three. Let's see what else you have here. You have hat. You have hat with you will be playing a different role. A lot of you know that it doesn't look like the year 2018 for you. You're not that person. Even if you look at your phone and you look at your camera roll, you will understand that you are not that person. You don't even look like that version of yourself. Please take tonight to realize how far you've come. Realize that your journey is not exactly looking like someone else's, and that's okay. They don't have to mirror each other. Their struggle can be different from yours, and you can walk proud depending on your reaction in the future. And I think a lot of you, I see this theme in our readings that the past is something that all of us want to get away from. And all of us don't want to deal with an old person. Unfortunately, there are energies that change, like retrograde, and there's certain things that move to the past, right? But you have a new role coming up. You might even get married this year. You might get engaged. You might move on to the next big milestone. And if that doesn't happen, that's okay, because your role could be completely different here. Maybe this is career for you. Maybe this is stepping onto a new platform where people see you more. So just know that hat can be many different things. You could have a qualification here that's very special. You might want to offer something to the world too. And the new earth that's panning out, maybe a skill here that people need, basically. So I want you to think of all these tea leaves in a higher view today, higher self. How can I make these a reality too within my life? And every day we do this, it's just diaries. It's just diarying and documenting our trip, me and you. Okay, we're going to get to the Learner's Tarot, and this is going to be the last video for tonight. It was a very long day, and I know you guys love your pick-a-piles on the channel, but I just felt like having a sit-down event with you, because sometimes we need it in the new year, you know what I'm saying? So let's see what else we have here. My beautiful Librianos. We have a couple of Aries people that joined the channel. Thank you and hello. I also got a couple Aquarians too, like Aquarius Sun. So thank you for being here with us every day. And Libras, we do love you and thank you for joining to the channel. We do appreciate that there's other signs here as well. All right, messages for the person who needs it. What does this person need? A couple of jumpers almost. We're almost there. Thank you. Aha. You need to hear that a tower is definitely coming in. I was afraid that this was going to come out tonight, but I'm also happy that you get to see it. Follow your intuition always, okay? What you're guided to, even maybe even here sometimes you're guided to think a certain thing. Maybe spirit speaks to you through your angel numbers or where you connect most. Sometimes too, I feel like you ignore a download that you really need to trust, okay? It doesn't have to be about a person. It could just be about a thing, something that's shown overtly over and over to you, okay? High Priestess is that. The High Priestess card is touching on those downloads and realizing and saying, oh, I got it. I definitely got the message, okay? It's a clear sign that you got it even. So High Priestess here is something that you need to know. Trust your intuition always about a specific thing. Maybe it's a person, and also maybe it's connecting you to something too. Maybe something very, very spiritual that you read, hear, see, or tune into. Now this tower, I'm going to clarify with another deck so that it's fair, so that it has 78 cards to it. The tower is Scorpio. It's very, very ruthless as it comes in, but it's a teaching mechanism. And I think you're going to start to look at the tower this coming year, 2024, as that teaching mechanism. Okay, you might even become the teacher amidst being a student for 2 or 3 years. Maybe even here learning tarot, watching it, watching guidance videos, because I know it just doesn't end at tarot. In your ascension, you do other things to facilitate your learning. And I'm really proud of you for doing that. Okay, and it means it. We have the Two of Cups, the King of Cups, the Strength card. You do need to know someone's in their feelings about you and they still view you as a romantic option. I'm trying to like pick up energy because I don't have a Red Bull tonight. And you have the 10 of Cups. You will realize in 2024 that you actually find your 10 of Cups or what it looks like. I think some of you at times, if you're a hermit, you do see what this could become. You see the potential of what your 10 of Cups is. So if you're single tonight and that's marriage for you, or it's something that's coming to a close, like a really, really long, sad time for you. Maybe it was a separation. Maybe you were hoping for reconciliation. You will find that your 10 of Cups is a cue this year. You will find out what that entails, and it comes with your wisdom and your age. Okay? Big message if it goes to anything till tomorrow. 10 of Cups, you find that out in 2024. You might even have a relationship with the 2 of Cups coming out in this particular read. Okay? And we end with the Strength card. So God, Spirit, and your angels want to say that they're proud of the strength that you've shown up until this point. I also think that you're proud of it in a lot of moments too. I think you don't acknowledge it as much as you need to. And the strength that's being offered this year might even be physical for you. Okay, you're going to learn of some physical strengths and gifts that you have and that you put into the 3D world. Some of us are now feeling this card. You're now seeing it happen in the live action version of your life. And so Strength card is here as just a reminder. The last card is the King of Cups. You could have become the King of Cups this last year. I also feel like you're touching onto that side of you, like that watery energy of being mentally strong as opposed to just being physically strong. You have a mental intelligence that's held you together. I don't think it's an ominous tower, but let's check on that real quick. What's the tower concerning? Can I see the tower energy, which is Scorpio, and the King of Cups is also Scorpio, so it bookends the entire reading here at the end. Good luck, and let's see what the tower brings in. What's the realization? You only have one card, the 5 of Cups. That any type of sorrow from the past, or even something that you're going through in this current time, this current moment, you do overcome it. The tower is saying that it's the end of the 5 of Cups. It's the end of regretting things. It's the end of not doing something as well. I feel like you're able to retell the story from a different angle starting tonight. And if it's any, if it's any energy check-in on the 3rd or 4th or 5th, I think you come into knowing that if it's not someone around you regretting it, you don't have to live with it anymore. It's not your baggage to have too. I also think that this is your Strength card because you're being prepared for a whole new chapter that is exciting. It involves exciting moments too. And if this is a reading you needed to hear, thank you for being here with me tonight. I hope the message got to you. Favorite cards are the King of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Just make my notes here at the end. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a lovely evening, Libras. Thank you for being here as a support all of 2023. We do turn 1 year old. This channel turns 1 year old on March 15th of this year, and I'm pretty sure that we will meet again at that time. I also will be starting to do readings. I'm going to do it every other day coming up soon. I just wanted to let you know in this read that there's going to be some changes. There aren't many differences from readings. From reading to reading, some of the cards remain the same. So we might go to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday type of schedule. And that will be coming in the future. It's not going to happen yet, but I wanted to let you guys know in this video. Also, by thanking you personally for being here this last year, I hope you have a really amazing 2024 from my heart to yours. I hope this reading helped. As always, I'm signing off, and you have a good night.